Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into Iceworks here in Syosset, New York, as we're just about set for AAU hockey once again. Division III coming at you. It's the University of New Haven, the Chargers, going up against the Stony Brook University Seawolves. I'm Brady Campbell with you here tonight as warm-ups are underway. And for both these teams in the Empire Collegiate Hockey Conference, Division III, of course, as I mentioned, it's been a bit of a different story for the Seawolves coming in. They are 10-4-0, 20 points. That's good enough for first in the conference. And last time out back on Sunday, a big 8-6 win against Columbia, avenging their loss the prior night, 10-4, right here back at Iceworks. Against Farmingdale State College, their Division II squad, that was. Meanwhile, for the Chargers, 4-7-0, just 8 points. That's fifth place coming into this one here tonight in the conference. And last time out, also last Sunday, it was a tight one the whole way, but an 8-7 loss to Sacred Heart, who they will see again tomorrow night as well to try to revenge that loss. But their focus here is on the Seawolves, as they'll try to get a big victory and bounce back. And for them, it's been scoring by committee. The top, very jumbled as far as goals, points go, but Peter Riccitelli leading the way. Michael Madera not far behind, 22 points, 19 respectively. And then you got Michael Pilato, Tristan Deneau, all right there. It is Madera who is leading the team with 12 goals, and Riccitelli has 12 assists. That leads the team too. They'll be looking to get things going. Looking at their goaltenders, number 71, Nicholas L., has started 8 games, has seen action in 9 with a 5.21 goals against and a .860 save percentage, 4.40 on the season. And Thomas Fernandez has started 3, a 7.68 goals against, .777 save percentage. He's 0-3-0, and for the Seawolves, it's been a bit more top-heavy, but Brandon Gerstein, Tyler Edmonds, Jack Mancini has led the way for them as of late, especially the last few games. Gerstein, 25 points, Edmonds, 24. It's a little bit of a drop-off, but Mancini and Richardson over the last few games have found their stride, have hit their stride. Both 5 goals, 8 assists for those two. And for the goalies tonight, it looks like it's going to be number 30 again, Nick Gardano. He started 9 games so far this season, a 4.64 goals against, .868 save percentage. He's 5-3-0, and we'll look to get another one in the win column here tonight. With the final 2 minutes of warm-ups here, then the national anthem. We'll step aside for that, but we'll be right back here for Puck Drop between New Haven and Stony Brook University on LI Sports Network. And welcome back to LI Sports Network's coverage of Empire Collegiate Hockey Conference Division III action here tonight for the New Haven Chargers and the Stony Brook Seawolves. Brady Campbell with you on the call, Wally Mitchell on camera. As we're just about set to go, it will be Nicholas L., 71 in black, defending the goal to our left for the Chargers against number 30, Nick Guadano. To our right, it is the Chargers in the black robes with the yellow numbers trimmed in blue, the yellow and blue stripes as well going across the sleeves and the waist. And for Stony Brook, the home whites with the blue numbers trimmed in white and red, the red and blue stripes going across the chest and the waist as well, and along with the arms as we're just about set to go. Chargers coming into this one again 4-7-0, looking for a big win as they sit 5th currently in the conference, looking to avenge the loss last time out last Sunday 8-7 against Sacred Heart. They play Sacred Heart again tomorrow night. Quick turnaround, but the focus is on the Seawolves right now. We got an 8-6 victory last Sunday against Columbia. And they will face Stevens Institute of Technology, 9:30 tomorrow. That can be seen on LISN as well, but we're set to go. Chargers left to right, Seawolves right to left, we're underway. And the Chargers control the opening faceoff, though. A shot on this save made by Guadano as he denied Tristan Deneau. Stony Brook takes possession, trying to get it out. Second attempt will do the job. And it will go all the way down back to Patsy Harris. Goes off the boards. Look out here. Nearly a turnover in the high slot. As Gerstein almost read that play. But here come the Chargers trying for the odd-man rush. Harris is centering pass off a stick and goes behind. Out to the side there. That shot attempt was blocked. And hustling over to get to it and send it behind is number 22, Matthew Bush. Thrown towards the net, picked off, and the Seawolves will dump it back out of the zone. Bush keeps it away from Gerstein. And turning back ahead with his Pilato. And this one dumped in by Riccatelli. He'll go to the bench as the Chargers make some changes. Steven Richardson takes a hit as he throws it up the boards and out of the zone. New Haven right back in. Stumbling down there was Luca Monopoly. Richardson the corner. Look out here. A turnover behind. Centering pass. And fanning on the shot was Evan Facette. Stony Brook clears the zone. Not very far though. Quickly turned around and Facette, turning at the blue line, sends it in. Skylar Lynn on it. Tries to throw it out. Stays in the zone. Lynn ahead for Richardson dealing with the checker. Poke back to the point. One-time shot deflected towards the net. Poked away by Guadano. And now puck behind. Tyler Edmonds. First one on it. Sends it back around. Good start so far for the Chargers, spending a lot of time in the offensive zone. Not too many shots necessarily to show for it, though. As this one dumped out. Misses the net. No icing, or it was touched by L. Looked like it was going wide. Big hit there at the blue line. Well, New Haven still moving it up the ice here at the half wall. Centering pass blocked off. Still slides on net and covered by Guadano. First whistle of the game here. Coming with 17:37 remaining in the first period. Just about 2.5 gone. There will be a face-off inside the Stony Brook end. And one back by the Seawolves. Going up ahead, Ryan Weinman reverses behind his own net. Now dumps it towards the blue line, and it jumps the stick and out of his own off the stick of CJ Taddeo there at the point. Weinman overskates it a bit, moves it quickly, and reverses back to him. Thrown back behind for Macheni. He tried to send it up the board. Shot on goes wide. Puck tied up near the half wall. Now comes free. Up the boards. Glove down. And held in there by Trent Macri. Dumped to the far corner. Shenny around the boards. Another turnover there, at least initially, but the Seawolves able to get it out. But once again, give it right up, and another dump in by the Chargers. So Stony Brook resetting things here. That one hit the linesman right at the blue line and brought back in. Defended nicely. A shot on, gets through, and Guadagno makes the stop, fighting through some screens there. But is able to hold on. New Haven has come to play here tonight. Stony Brook really hasn't had the puck almost at all so far in the offensive end. Not all that much in the neutral zone either. That pass blocked off to the half wall. Dwan sends it around. Dwan leaves it behind. A nice pass there. And the return feed to the boards. He's on it. Centering pass, and that one off the skates there is intended for Daniel Sorkin. Goes wide. Chargers starting back the other way. Gerstein tried to steal in neutral ice, but it finds its way into the Stony Brook end. Sorkin tries to throw it up the boards. Hit a body, kept alive, centering pass. In the skates of a few players. Comes to the far point, thrown on. Seime Guadagno. Rebound cleared away from the net. And a player drilled hard into the boards here. And it looks like we do have a penalty against Stony Brook. Is that Sorkin, I believe, going to the box. As he delivered a hard hit there. And I believe Riccitelli in the corner from behind saw the numbers. So our first power play of the game will go to the Chargers here. They've controlled a lot of the play to start this one. And a chance to go up 1-0. That shot, stick save. Up the boards to the half wall. Kept in. Riccitelli slides it down low. Shot blocked. Goes to the corner. And back up the boards. No one home there, and it slides out. Nice move in neutral ice, bringing it back in. Another nice move in tight. But the puck gets away and poked out of the zone by the Seawolves. That was Harris, who tried to do it all himself. That pass ahead, deflected in. Guadagno out of his net, leaves it around the boards. Riccitelli moves it. Harris down low, quick shot. And just getting a piece of that was Guadagno. Off the stick of Spryer. Lynn up the boards. Riccitelli holds it in, throws it to a vacant left point. Gerstein gets there first and dumps it out. 1 minute to go on the power play. Stony Brook in the change. Spryer down the right wing, takes a shot and he scores! New Haven strikes first on the power play. Jaden Spryer gets things started. A great outlet pass there, catching Stony Brook in the change. Not enough to get in tight, but definitely plenty of room to walk into that shot and puts it just inside the far post there. Great shot by Spryer, 1-0 lead for the Chargers of New Haven. How will Stony Brook respond? Starts off with a face-off win, backhanded towards the net, rebound, score! That's the response they needed. And they're on the board just seconds after New Haven took the lead. Looks like that's Aiden Hallisey driving to the net. Rebound just kicks right to him off the stick there of L, who tried to play it away. And put it right on the tape of Hallisey. Tie game. Stony Brook, really their first chance of the game as well. And they win the ensuing draw, dump it in. Another chance here, blockered away by L. So this one starting relatively slow. A lot of zone time for New Haven. Not a whole lot of shots. And then they get the power play, and suddenly we're even at 1 in the blink of an eye. Stony Brook now with some possession time in the offensive zone. Richardson Tries the centering pass, blocked out. D to D pass. That shot save made by L. He's got it. So first offensive zone draw for the Seawolves coming up. That shot coming from John Braccia. Tie up initially, but comes free, and here comes New Haven. Spryer back in, looking for seconds. Puck knocked off his stick. Into the kick plate at the half wall. But Keithigrad tried to send it up the boards, picked off, dumped back in. But now some room to skate for the turning Gerstein as he sends it ahead, and now touched in by Jason Keithigrad. Well, it's sent right back into the Stony Brook zone now. Back and forth. Keithigrad taken down right in front of the linesman there. Good hit. Delivered by Kate Simone. Keithigrad applying the pressure now. Comes out of his zone. Jack Mancini throws it in. Delayed offside. Seawolves touch up. And the Chargers behind their own net now. Will reverse it back down. And Macri plays it across, stripped away there, and the Seawolves trying to center in. It does get through to the point. Turning shot, redirected, save made, rebound loose again, and it's poked just behind. A good chance there for the Seawolves. Jack Mancini took the shot. This one, Sprayer's just offside, so Chargers about to touch up. Well, the rebound there left by L, and just a tough angle to slide it in for Sorkin, or rather Weinman that was. Here's a chance for him, and just getting a piece of that was L. This one dumped out. It might have caught the ceiling, but we play on. Lynn up the boards. He takes a big hit at center ice. Now Stony Brook sends it back into the zone. New Haven making a few changes and turn it over in neutral ice. Braccia, he's being harassed, leaves it for Lynn. Bit of a dangerous pass there, but it gets through for Duan. Chance here for the Seawolves. On-man rush down the right side, and that one whistles wide. Coming off the stick of Brent Birdie. Deflected in here. Gerstein down to a knee. Pops back up in the circle. Pass to the slot, and the save made by L. Oh, Gerstein got up and needed some time to shoot that. An unselfish play, though, and a great save by L. Now here come the Chargers back in. Riccitelli to the corner. 2-on-2 battle there. Throwing up the boards. Towards the net, redirected, and couldn't tell if Guadano got a piece of that or if it hit the outside of the net. Either way, it stays out. Duan, cross ice for Gerstein. Seawolves are out. And Gerstein gets the center red, dumps it in, and I believe it caught the netting behind the net, so out of play. With 10:51 to go in the first period. An exciting one at that here, 1-1. Seemed a bit kind of like both teams were playing maybe a little uptight initially. Obviously, there was a lot of zone time for New Haven, but not a whole lot to the net per se. And then the penalty happened against Stony Brook, and the floodgates opened a bit both in the score sheet, but also in the style of play. Up the boards, Mancini pinching in, but it's chipped around him. And Edmonds back on it. Deflected out to center, dumped right back in. And around the net, Machete. Look out here, near turnover. An aggressive play by Guadano, though, keeps it out. Held in initially, but then cleared out of the zone. Good hustle by Edmonds. Here comes Stony Brook. That shot glances off the shoulder of Allen out of play. Just about halfway through the first period. A 1-1 hockey game. As the face-off, one back by New Haven. And they throw it up the boards. Send it right back in on goal. L moves it. Dump back out here by the Chargers. And here they hit the trailer. That shot is save made by Guardano as he denied Monopoly. Puck behind the net. Now forced up the boards and key to grab. Moves it out but not very far. Chargers just stay on side there. A good steal and now moving it out of his own, trying to shake by. And doing so, backhands it towards the net, knocked away. Great hustle by Birdie. Played behind, back up the boards, key to grab. There's Mancini beside him, behind him. And now elects to go to the corner though. And play behind the net. Hustling in, Weinman. A chance here, tough angle. Save made. Backhanded up the boards, Mancini there. And throws it back behind. Weinman tries to center it. Getting a piece of that was L. Comes to the half wall. Mancini center point. And that shot into the glove. And held by L. Fast-paced start here between these two teams, both vying for a big victory. New Haven gets it out of the zone. Gerstein turns it right back around. Goes between his legs. Now on the backhand, tries it. And the blocker save. To the point, Lynn wants. Looking for a deflection there. And it was deflected but never got through. Lynn turns it over and neutralized. And sent back ahead by New Haven. They're on side as they skate after it. But Dewan hustles to get there first. Behind his own net. Cuts back. Looking for some help here. And sends it up for Gerstein, who will just backhand it off the glass and out. Chargers touch up and they come right back in. It's Patsy Harris trying to step through, could not. Takes a shove, that wraparound try, save made, puck left in the crease. And eventually scooped up and brought out by Braccia. Going ahead, Duan, shot off the shaft of the stick. Havel. Dunks back in and Mancini from his own circle. Up the boards. Kept in at the blue line here, but right back out. And Stony Brook could have numbers here if they push it. It's Richardson trying to cut towards the middle. Drops it. Hallisey, his shot blocked. Bidding for his second. Mancini at the point. Drag. Shoots it. Gets through. L, though, makes the save. Fighting through a couple of bodies. Just over 7 minutes to go in the first period. Up the boards, swing and a miss there, and Stony Brook keeps it alive, but they lose at the blue line, and here comes New Haven back the other way. One-on-one, that shot, save made. Now swallowing it up is Guardano on the shot by Michael Pilato. Mancini tried to step down and keep that one in, and it almost proved costly as Pilato came flying down the wing for that chance. Face off wing here, that one towards the net, redirected wide. Centering pass, tough angle try, save Guardano. Around the boards. 1-1 lead, and keeping it moving was Max Gorman, but eventually taken away by the Seawolves. They get it out. Moves it right back to Pilato, who gets the center red and dumps it in on the backhand. Guardano out of his net behind, and a turnover here, loose in front. The save made, rebound still available, and eventually cleared out. And here comes Stony Brook back the other way. 2-on-1. That pass blocked off, still loose in the slot. Clear the side centering pass, and a save by L. Oh, two great looks for both teams. And both goalies having to come up big in tight. We remain at 1-1. just over 6 minutes to go in period number 1. And Stony Brook wins the offensive draw. Shot blocked off the glass behind. Sending pass. Gerstein gets it away. See me. Rebound from a tough angle, and L's got that one as well. Gerstein just found enough space there. Almost kind of in the bumper spot on the power play, if it were a power play. And got that quick one-timer off. Good save L, and was able to get towards the post to make another stop. Stony Brook wins another draw. That try, blocked, loose in the slot. And backhanded towards the net. L's got it, and he'll cover it again. Stony Brook making a wholesale change here for the offensive zone draw, this time to the right of Nicholas L. Cut down one by the Chargers. Well, that clearing attempt was blocked down. Pinned at the half wall, comes back towards the point. Edmonds just flips it to the far corner. Quickly on that one and sending it around. There's number 18, CJ Talia. Reverse back to him. On the far side, tries to dump it out. It does hop the stick of Richardson. Perhaps a break there, but the Chargers are in. That centering pass knocked down. And Richardson on it. And Mancini tried to jump out on the play. Instead, it's a turnover. Chargers bring it back in, but a good defensive play there by Lynn. So send it right back down for the Seawolves. Eventually gets blocked off though, and finds Lynn again. And he'll send it on net as his team makes a change. Dumped up the ice, deflected into the zone by Fassett. Lynn first one on it. Turns from out behind his own net. Gerstein quickly moved to the cross. It was taken away and delayed offside. It looked like it was touched as well, but the refs don't blow the whistle. But Gerstein trying to work through a few defenders going the other way. Could not. This one dumped out. Spryer opened the scoring tonight, 15 in black. Feeds it across for Harris. Chipped ahead. And here come the Chargers. That shot in now the glove of Guadano, but he'll jump on it for the cover. 4.5 to go in the first period. And it was only a matter of seconds. And just talking about how Stony Brook would respond, but just seconds later they win the faceoff, get a rebound, and Aiden Hallisey puts it home to tie the game. And that's where we stand here late in the first. Peter Grad, his backhand goes all the way across the ice. Made it through for Weinman, sent right back down. And then the Seawolves will dump it right back down into the Charger end, and that will be an icing. It's all New Haven as well leading up to the goal. They came out flying. Stony Brook spending a lot of time in their own end in the first 5 minutes or so leading up to the New Haven goal, which came on the power play. As this one back, and that shot goes wide from Riccitelli. Going towards the front again, poke behind. And then that pass hits off the outside of the net. And Braccia, first one on it. Stolen away here. Loose in the slot. Player spills down, though that's Deneau. Looking for a penalty when he got up. Won't get it. Back to the point. Thrown towards the front of the net. Still loose in the slot. And strong defense in front by Stony Brook. Didn't allow a clean shot to get through, but they can't get it out of the zone again. Shot from a tough angle. Guadano has it. Bit of an awkward position there. He's looking over his shoulder. Was able to secure it though. 3:25 to go in period number 1. So to the right of Nick Guadana to the half wall, and now swung back in behind the net. And up the boards to the corner. Richardson will just throw it back down. Up the boards it comes again. Big hit delivered there, and New Haven towards the net goes wide. Richardson with some room to skate now. They'll send it ahead, and Edmonds backhands it in. Behind the net, dealing with some checkers there is Connor Morrell. Eventually works it to the point, but held in by Stony Brook. Loose in the circle, thrown towards the front. Save made by L. Ackling attempt to the body, stays in the zone. And Stony Brook still with some opportunities. Puck loose in the circle, now taken back by Pilato and around the boards. To the point, Mancini drags, throws it down, and Edmonds tried to flick it to the front, but fanned on it. And look out behind the play here. Riccitelli all the way ahead, but Stony Brook catches up to him. So just skating it in now will be number 5, Ryan O'Shea. And Stony Brook with that strong back check, able to take possession back. And Richardson gets the blue line and dumps it in. 2 minutes to go in the first period. 1-1 game between the University of New Haven and Stony Brook University. Chargers back in. That shot caught the mask of Guadano. That try misses wide. Thrown back towards the front. Goes wide again. And that one attempted towards the net by Morrell was blocked and cleared. Turning on it, O'Shea. Sends it up ahead, and I believe this will go for an icing against New Haven. With 93 seconds to play in period number 1. For Hallisey, his 5th goal on the year for Stony Brook. Meanwhile, Spryer, goal number 7. Big one for him and his team here as they're trying to get back in the win column and move up in the standings for the Empire Collegiate Hockey Conference. Stony Brook sitting pretty, not too much room, but they are in first right now in the conference. As this one dumped out, Lynn tries to step up and move it, does win that battle, but eventually does turn it over, and just shy of the blue line or red line, it looked like it was dumped in, but no icing. Bracci quickly on it to send it out. 1 minute to go, first period. That one chipped up the glass. Lynn on it. Tries to play the head. Near turnover there, and eventually it does come free to be taken back by the Chargers, but that dumping attempt was blocked. Lynn fires it from shy of the red line, and it will go for an icing against the Seawolves. 40.1 to go in the first. Face-off will come back down. The Stony Brook end here to the right, or it looks like it will be the left of Nick Guadana. Non-conventional face-off setup there from the Chargers with 2 guys directly behind the centerman. Gerstein tries to move it across. Spryer knocks it down. He'll get on it and send it back around the boards. Finds Gerstein again, tries to move it out, gets some help from Sorkin. Sorkin flying the zone. Daniel Sorkin tries to step through, could not. Defended nicely there, puck in the corner. Now taken behind by Macri. Final 10 seconds. He'll just send it out. Mancini trying to keep it away from Spryer, turns the corner. Almost turned it over there. Played up the boards, and that'll do it for period number 1. A good one at that. It was a power play goal from Spryer to get New Haven on the board early, but just seconds later, Hallisey responds to tie it for the Seawolves, and that's where we stand after 1 period of play. We'll be back for the second momentarily here on LI Sports Network. Welcome back to LI Sports Network's coverage of the Empire Collegiate Hockey Conference. Tonight, Division III, Stony Brook University and the University of New Haven. We're getting start for the second period. Brady Campbell with you here tonight from Iceworks in Syosset. It was New Haven getting on the board first. A power play goal on the boarding call against Daniel Sorkin. That one was from Spry. That was Jaden Spryer getting the goal from Patsy Harris and Peter Riccitelli. And then just 9 seconds later, Aiden Hallisey from Tyler Edmonds as Stony Brook off the face-off. And that shot from Edmonds denied by Nicholas L. Seawolves coming out strong here. Puck still loose in front of the crease. Finally swept away. And flying up the wing, Pilato. His shot from the outside, sticked aside by Nick Guadano. And in neutral ice now taken back just offside. Right as Peter Riccitelli was turning the corner, he could have been in on at the very least a 2-on-1, if not practically alone there for a partial breakaway. Well, a couple steps ahead was Tristan Deneau for the offside. Face off, one back by the Seawolves. Just outside their own end, but a turnover here. Thrown towards the end, that one just missing wide. Looked like Guadano picked it up a bit late. But no harm, no foul here. As that just offside, Dwan couldn't time it up as the pass came into the zone behind him. Off the stick of Brandon Gerstein. And we'll do it again, this time just outside the New Haven end. Dwan discussing it with the linesman. It did look like he may have been a step ahead there. And the linesman made the right call off the face-off. Braccia across Dwan, swinging at it, couldn't pick it up. And now bringing in Monopoly. Fires it wide just inside the blue line and bounces back right to Guadano, who will cover it. $18:50 to go in period number 2. Face off in the defensive zone, one back by Stony Brook, back to the point. Held in there by Ryan O'Shea behind the net. Moving with it, Facette. And then Facette tries to send it up the boards. A takeaway and an on-man rush here. Dewan, Gerstein with him. Drop pass. Again, Gerstein fired it wide. Tried to go across the grain. And took a penalty in the process. Missed the shot. And then him and Evan Facette went crashing into the boards, I believe. It's against Gerstein or... Well, looks like it might be against Facette. And it is, so Stony Brook will get their first power play. Not sure why they blew the play dead. It didn't look like New Haven ever touched the puck with possession there. And Stony Brook still had a chance unless they were maybe concerned Facette and Gerstein went hard into the boards. Either way, though, it is a power play for Stony Brook. A chance to take their first lead of the night. Hallisey poked off his stick in the corner, backhanded high and out of the zone. And Guadano will leave it for Mancini behind the net. He will start things ahead and send it up for Emmons, who pokes it back for Richardson. Brings it into the zone with speed in the corner. Richardson moving around the net to the point. Someone lost their stick there. It's cleared out. And New Haven calling for a penalty as it was one of their players who lost in. One of Stony Brook's players, I believe they are getting a penalty, just sent the stick flying all the way back to the Seawolves end. And so Richardson getting called for that one. See, it looks like they'll call it interference officially. So 4-on-4 now with a minute 16 of 4-on-4. And a bad break there for Stony Brook, and an opportunity now for New Haven. Have some abbreviated power play time here. But we start things off with the four-a-side, and here's Mancini bringing it in, taking it behind. Mancini trying for the centering pass. Only Chargers there. And charging out of the zone is Michael Madera. Steps down the wall. Madera behind. Backhands it to the point. That shot goes wide. Intended behind centering pass, and Madera just unable to get a stick on it. Turning at the point now. Dropped off for Madera. Returns it to the left point. Feed down low. Madera takes a shot and getting across Guadano. 3 minutes into the second. Half a minute till the abbreviated power play. Gerstein with a nice move to step around defender and left it for Sorkin. He couldn't get through another. Picks it up though on the other side. Turning on the backhand. Leaves it there for a teammate. Around the net. Tough angle try. Same made L. That shot coming from Birdie. Now out for Birdie. Right point. Drags. Drops it for Gerstein. Had some trouble with it. It's knocked off his stick. Puck free in the corner. Goes behind. Mancini on it. Power play now for New Haven. Excuse me, as I almost said New Hampshire. It's dumped back in by Birdie, as he recognized the imminent threat there with the man out of the box trying to go for a breakaway. As this one is in offside. .22 seconds remain on the power play for New Haven. Face-off will, of course, be just outside the Stony Brook end. Puck down, Seawolves with a big face-off win there. Will dump it all the way down. Bounces off the boards for L, and L was about to cover it until Lynn moved past the net, and then he kept it moving. Bringing it in with speed. Pilano steps around one, centers it, no one there. 2 seconds and one, back to 5-a-side. And could be a breakaway here on the tape for Richardson. Defender catches up to him, takes him down. The rebound is there. They blow it down as the net does come off. And the tripping call does not appear to be a penalty shot. But after they kill off that brief power play for New Haven, it looks like another Stony Brook power play coming up. Tripping call against Patsy Harris. So Harris will sit for 2 minutes there. Good read, and Richardson was ahead of the play. Had to slow down a bit to receive the pass, and that allowed Harris to get back. But even then, he was forced to probably take a necessary penalty there, if you will. Puck still almost slid into the net. And then the rebound was there and blown dead just seconds before. As that shot from the bumper position from Gerstein along the ice stopped. Up the boards. Could be a shorthanded chance here for Pilato. One-on-one as he picks it up in the circle. Against Mancini, who delivers a big hit on him. Both players go down. And Gerstein picks up, or excuse me, Richardson picks up the loose change. Skating down the right side. He tried to center it. And a strong back check there by Deneau. Sliding down Pilato as Gerstein kept it moving. Somehow, though, when they did blow the whistle, despite the net being off, Elves still made the save on that rebound prior to the penalty call. Richardson keeps it moving. Return feed back to him from Gerstein. He's over the line. Drops it for Edmonds. Edmonds back for Mancini. Drake shoots, goes wide. 50 remaining on the penalty. Braccia all the way across. Edmonds looking in front. And good defensive play made there. Is that one back in front again? Another try forced just wide by Richardson. Serving pass. Edmonds missed high. Strong defensive play in front by Trent Macri. Still a good chance, though, for the Seawolves. That shot blocked off the stick of Mancini. Across for Edmonds again. Slides the pass down. Save made, rebound. Poked away. Again by Macri. Final 15 of the penalty, and it's sent all the way down. Stopping it behind his own net, Guadano. Chance for one more rush here for the Seawolves. Mancini with 5 into the zone. Dips the shoulder. And lost control in the corner. We're back to 5-on-5. Edmonds drops it for Mancini. All the way across past Dwan. So big kill there for the Chargers. Edmonds steps towards the front. His backhand and just missed the net high, glove side. Dwan moves it behind for him. He takes a check from Morrell. Puck loose behind the net. And the penalty coming up here again. See who it's against as a few players got tied up behind the net. And it looks like another one coming up against New Haven. Looks like that's Luca Monopoly heading off here. I didn't quite catch the call there, but we'll get it in a second. Here. Could have been interference. A few players were kind of tied up there with the loose puck behind. We'll see what it is, though. But another power play for Stony Brook. And off the face-off around the net. Tied up behind. Hallisey for Dwan. Back to the point. Birdie. Dwan. Near side. Birdie. Moves it down low. Centering pass. Blocked off. Goes behind. Hallisey on it. Aiden Hallisey. Working on Morrell. Dwan now. Birdie center point. Dwan right point. Steps into the circle. Delivering with the checker. His pass blocked off. And backhanded towards the blue line. Now brought out. And brought back in here. Could be a short-handed chance down the left wing. In front. And a save made by Guardano. As that was Michael Madera who brought it to the front. Went backhand. Guardano with him the whole way. Seawolves trying to quickly bring it in. Dwan behind. Hallisey tough angle trying for the centering feed. And it ended up going on net. L made the save. Mancini drag. Shoots! And that one looked like it may have hit a body in front. L made the stop, though. He's got it. 54 remaining on the power play. .12:03 remains in the second. Pretty undisciplined period on both sides so far. Both sides, though, not yielding the goal quite yet. As this one cleared all the way down. Guardano keeps it moving. Strong forecheck by the Chargers in the form of Pilato. Half a minute to go on the power play for Stony Brook. Richardson over the line. At the blue line, delivering. We're dealing with a checker. Mancini steps into one. Missed the net wide. Bracci on it for Richardson. Just holds it in. Moves it quickly for Mancini. Backhand to forehand. Now has to play it off the glass or the boards. That centering pass got through the Braccia. He turns it around. Richardson, center point, moving towards his left. And that pass once again on the wrong side of Mancini. A few passes on his backhand. That one cleared out and will do it for the power play. Back to even strength again. Edmonds over the line. Tries to poke it for Mancini. Didn't get it through, though, and it will be covered by L. Face out to the right side of L. One back. Slid down. Tough angle try. Missed the net. Quickly on that one. Keitograd. Throws it to the corner. Sending pass towards the front. Knocked away. Seawolves. Even maybe by some power plays, but starting to turn it up offensively a bit here. Still loose in the circle. Taken back for a turnaround shot, and that one stopped by L as well. On the shot from Eden Latham. we're approaching the halfway point of a tight hockey game here, 1-1. Goals 9 seconds apart by both teams in the first. Looked like, I don't want to say the floodgates would open, but we might have some scoring here. And other than that, the goalies have stopped a few. This chance missed just wide, though, as nearly putting them back in front, putting the Chargers back in front. This is James Brady as another try towards the net, backhanded, and stopped and covered by Guadagno as he denied another man. That was Monopoly, his first shift after taking the penalty. Face off to the left side of Guadagno. Tied up in the circle. One back towards the point. Kicked onto the slot. Taking it and starting things back is Sean Dwan. Turns around, moves it to Braccia. His outlet pass. On the tape of Sorkin. Tries to poke it around one. Does. Picks it up on the other side. Gerstein was going to the net. Couldn't get it to him, as he was defended there strongly by Taddeo. On the boards. Kept in. Or second try was not, but sent out of play anyway. Face-off will therefore come outside the New Haven end. And won by the Seawolves initially, but poked out of the zone, and we get a whistle here. Couldn't see exactly for. May have been a hand pass. Didn't see any signal, though, from any official. But the faceoff will remain just outside the New Haven zone, this time on the near side dot. Sorkin taking the draw here against Monopoly. And Sorkin won it towards the red line. Lynn tried to keep it moving. Could not. Glove down. Here come the Chargers. Played behind by Facette in the corner. Tried to center it. Blocked off. And the Seawolves charging right back the other way. Sorkin down the left side. Drops it to the trailer. Dwan, his shot blocked off and goes to the corner. That feed all the way across. Goes down. Could be an icing. Waved off. Good hustle by the two Chargers there. Going down to win the race. That one almost too many men. As now the puck ends up in the Charger bench. Linesman I saw him counting the players there as they kind of made an awkward change in front. Puck hit one of the oncoming players, but not enough there for the penalty. Face-off will stay in the Seawolves end. And they win the defensive zone draw. Comes around for Hallisey, touches it on. Kept moving. Here's Richardson down the right side. Richardson direct shoots in L. Smothers that one. He's got it. With 8:50 to go in period number 2. Scoreless period 2 thus far. Although this period did have something that the first didn't have a whole lot of penalties. Just the one in the first against Stony Brook, which led to the first goal of the game. Coming from Spryer. Stony Brook responded soon thereafter. And a ton of penalties, though, is off the face-off. That one, L got a piece of that chance from Edmonds. And several penalties, though, by each side in the second here. Skating 5 aside now, though. Hallisey moves it for Edmonds. Cross-ice feed, Richardson the slot. And just getting a piece of that shot along the ice was Nicholas L. Backhanded towards the blue line, gets out. Mancini fumbled the puck a bit. And here come the Chargers into the zone. Backhanded towards the front. Spryer moves it back across. And that one just a bit too far behind Patsy Harris. Puck tied up behind the net. Kept moving. Spryer has it taken off his stick. Moved back to the point. Down low. Sent across. Harris, left point. Tries to throw it on. It got blocked. Goes to the corner. Spryer turned over in the slot, and that shot deflects into the netting. And out of play. Coming off the stick of Madera. Faceoff stays in the Seawolves end. 7:50 to go. Faceoff won initially by the Chargers, but taken away. And here comes Keithergrad trying to split through. Lost the handle. Had some help. That one off the outside of the net from Mancini. Jason Keithergrad fighting for at the half wall. 2-on-2 battle. To the point. Braccia holds it in, swings it around the boards. Brett Keithergrad took a hit, couldn't keep it moving. 3-on-2 here for New Haven. Over the line, drop pass. Pilato moves it quickly, and then that shot blocked as unable to handle it cleanly. There was Riccitelli, unable to handle the pass. Now he tries to backhand it in, got blocked. Deneau sends it in. First one on it there is Machaney up the boards. Riccitelli on it. His shot on stopped by Guadagno. Keithergrad turned it over and played back in by Deneau. Weinman takes it. 97 in white keeps it moving around. And now up the boards. Hold in. Move down to the half wall and back around the net. Chance here. Look out in front, and that pass just on the wrong side. Riccitelli found himself alone for a moment. Could have had a chance for a quick one-timer. Passed on his backhand, though, and skipped all the way through. New Haven sends it right back in. They'll chase after it. Puck towards the front. Kicked away. Back to the point. Held in by Taddeo. Lost it, though, to Weinman. Sends it around the boards. Keithergrad on it. Throws it back down. Well, first one on it for the Chargers there. And trying for that wraparound try was Riccitelli. Instead, he lost the handle, and it's cleared back out by the Seawolves. Just under 6 minutes to go in the second. Dump back in. Guadagno behind his net. Moves it quickly up the boards. Chargers in the change as that shot goes to the net. Gloved and held. .544 to go. Period number 2. Still a 1-1 game between New Haven and Stony Brook. Off the faceoff, slides right back in on Guadagno. He'll cover. So we'll do it again from the same spot. One back. That shot off the stick of Guadagno. Had to fight through a screen to make that one. Play behind the net. Who's going to get to it first? Duan does. Tried to play it back and picked off. Still a puck battle, though, there. To the point. Held in, but blocked down again. And here come the Seawolves. Gerstein flying down the right side. Gerstein takes a hit, stays with it. Backhanded towards the front. Thrown on. Where is it? Loose in the crease. And they score! The Seawolves take the lead. I didn't see it go on the net front scramble, but it was knocked in by Sorkin. And they go in front. Let's take another look at it. Oh, yeah, it looks like it was kind of just under L there. And as he was falling on his stomach, Sorkin was able to knock it through the 5-hole, it appears. And kind of a broken play there in front. Looked like L was in the process of jumping on it. Couldn't get to it, though. And Sorkin tucks it in. 2-1 lead for the Seawolves. Looking to make it 3-1. Off the ensuing faceoff, Edmond swings it behind. Big goal for Sorkin, 6th of the season. Out of life, Hallisey. Edmond shoots that one. A diving block made by Harris as he was spilling down to the ice. Can the Chargers respond now? As they fell behind for the first time tonight. 5 minutes to go in the second. Play the head for Richardson. Tries to tap it and pick it up on the other side. Couldn't do the latter. Instead takes a penalty. As he wrapped his arm right around really the head area there. Patsy Harrison just pulled back and pulled him down. So just what the doctor ordered here for the Chargers. Get a power play after giving up the goal, a chance to tie the game here. .447 to go. 2-minute power play for the Chargers. They win the draw back. Move to the right point. Back to Harris, still with the snow on his uniform. Moves it down. Tough angle. Try all the way across. Got through. And the shot was stopped. Rebound from a tough angle. Blocker behind. Stepping with it, Spryer, moving it back down. To the point. Harris just keeps it in. Drags, takes the shot. Punched to the corner again by Guadagno. Big hit delivered there. Another penalty. It's going to be a 5-on-3 coming up for New Haven. Looks like a boarding call going to be coming up. As it looked like they almost purposefully there tried to give it right to Stony Brook. They'll get the touch, and there will be a 5-on-3 for a minute 19. For New Haven. 4:05 to go in the second. Chance, a glorious chance to tie it now and maybe even take the lead. But the focus here is the next one to tie it. Face off to the right of Guadagno. One back by the Seawolves. They just get it out past the diving block attempt from Harris. Pilato sends it ahead. Miscommunication there, though, and dumped right back in by Mancini. This time all the way down. Minute to go in the 5-on-3. Harris moves it. Pilato ahead, just out of the reach of Riccitelli. He brings it in, though. Pilato helps him out. Drags into the slot. Shoots, and that one blocked. Goes to the corner. One-timer here. Might have been redirected, but a great stop as it handcuffed Guadagno just a little bit. But he's got it. .38 to go on the 5-on-3. A minute 19 remains on the second penalty. That was the time on the first penalty when they started the 5-on-3. They win the draw back. Going down low, poke back out. One-timer. The one-time pass attempt, knocked down. Couldn't get a clean shot away, though. They work it back to the point. Brady, across. Stepping in, wrist shot and a save, Guadagno. That was O'Shea who took the shot. They feed it back to him. Moving towards the center. Center point, O'Shea. Drops it for James Brady. Moves it down towards the front, redirected on. Save made, thrown back across. O'Shea on it. One penalty over, 5-on-4. Brady deflects towards the net but goes wide. Back to the point for O'Shea. Across, hops the stick of Brady, plays it off the boards. Half a minute to go on the penalty. O'Shea moves it down. Back for him. At the center point, though, couldn't handle the pass. It comes out to neutral ice. 18 seconds to go here on the final penalty of this 5-on-3 opportunity. Dump back in. Left behind. Up the boards it comes. Chipped ahead. Final seconds tick off. It comes out of the zone and a huge kill for the Seawolves. They let it grow to a 5-on-3 and they get back-to-back huge kills. 2 minutes to go in period number 2. It's a 2-1 lead for Stony Brook. Now they exit the zone. Big hip check delivered there. That one on Birdie. He was able to get back up though and fire it in. Stony Brook in the change. Touched along, but the first one on it will be Mancini. Up the glass. Glove down and held in by Deneau. Around the net, 90 seconds to play in period number 2. Puck towards the slot. Pilato scores! Looked like there may have been a little bit of a screen in front. And Michael Pilato, blocker side on Guadagno, ties the game at 2. Meanwhile, going to the bench on that play was number 20, Madera, but the puck came to him just before he got there. And he was able to make that pass, get it through for Polano, who's able to settle it, turn around, and take that shot to tie the game. Just over a minute to go in the second. We're evened up again. Puck pinned to the kick plate at the half wall. 1 minute to go. To the point. Can New Haven take a late lead here? Here's Polano in the circle. Tough angle try blocked. Comes out towards the point. Kept in that shot from a tough angle. Missed the net from Riccitelli. Stony Brook clears it just past the blue line, but Polano fires it right back in. Gaudano around the boards, poked ahead. Kedegrad kept it moving. Back towards the point, swept in, but now Stony Brook a chance to move it out. Mancini poked off his stick. Sent ahead looking for a breakaway opportunity there. Good read though, and then Mancini pokes it in. That was Riccitelli trying to jump ahead of the play. Final 15 of the period. Knocked back to the blue line, kept in by the Seawolves, now forced out. And dumped right back in. Thrown up the boards, right back into the New Haven zone, and the horn sounds to end the second period. It was a pretty even period, a lot of penalties. Stony Brook with a big goal as two players come together. That's Weinman and Riccitelli at center ice. They'll be separated and head to their respective dressing rooms. But a big goal for Stony Brook. Daniel Sorkin pokes it through the legs of L on the broken play in front to give Stony Brook the 2-1 lead, but a late response in that period by Michael Polano evens things up back at 2 apiece now, and that is the score as we head to the third period momentarily on LI Sports Network. And we welcome you back for the start of the third period here on LI Sports Network between the University of New Haven, the Chargers, against the Seawolves of Stony Brook University for AAU College Hockey, the Division III Empire Collegiate Hockey Conference. Tied 2-2 after 2 periods of play. Big one for both these teams. It was tied 1-1 after 1. Then with 5:12 to go, Daniel Sorkin from Jack Mancini and Brandon Gerstein broken play in front of the net. It looked like the goalie Nicholas L. for New Haven was about to dive on it. And Sorkin was just able to push a 5-hole, but then a few minutes later, after Stony Brook killed off a 5-on-3, 1:23 left in the period, Michael Pilato from Michael Madera tied it for UNH. And that's where we stand as both teams set to go. For period number 3, they switch sides again, and we're underway. Stony Brook wins the opening draw of the period. Turn it over in the slot here. Here is Madera. And a soft shot along the ice, patted aside by Nick Guadano. Moved down to the corner. And poked up the boards now towards the point. Stepping up is Patsy Harris to keep it in, but now he's pressured by a few Seawolves, and they eventually work it out. Here's Richardson in neutral ice. Just stepped around a hit, but lost the handle. Edmonds keeps it moving. Richardson's stick was lifted, and here comes New Haven back in the offensive zone. Sending pass through everybody, and will come out for Matthew Bush. Turns and fires it into the zone. Bounces towards the net. Guadano plays it behind for his defenseman, Jack Mancini. Steps through a few checkers. Through neutral ice, Mancini in. Track shoots, and Nicholas L. has that one. Welcome back to LI Sports Network here. Brady Campbell with you. We do apologize for the technical difficulties. We are having some connectivity issues with the rink here tonight. Well, it appears as though we're back up and running here. About 8.5 minutes to go in period number 3. Stony Brook did just take a 5-3 lead. It looks like New Haven's arguing something here. They're checking something with the net as well. It looks like the officials are just about set to play this one. However, they're still unhappy with the refs here. Are the Chargers of New Haven. And finally going off the bench to the bench is number 3, Luca Monopoly, after pleading his case. Once again, we apologize. We're back here for the final 8.5 of this one. 5-3. The Seawolves in front. And the Chargers mount a late game comeback here. They've had the lead a few times. Oh, they've let it slip away every time. And Stony Brook now able to mount the first 2-goal lead of the game for either side. Looking to make it back-to-back victories after the win against Columbia on Sunday. Centering pass and a great stop there by Guadano. Back to the point. Shot blocked. Another try. Off the glass behind the net. So feed now blocked off. Macheni tries to keep it moving, and it eventually gets through the Hallisey. Opened the scoring tonight for the Seawolves. That tied it at 1 at the time early on in the first. And this one sent up the boards by Riccitelli. Dumped in, heading after it. Patsy Harris backhands it towards the front. It got through everybody. Now out towards the point. Look out here. Stony Brook pokes it out of the zone, trying to turn it into something. Unable to. And eventually Steven Richardson turns the corner, backhands it in. No icing. 7 minutes to go here in this one. Stony Brook trying to close it out here in New Haven. A couple chances over the last few minutes. Unable to get any through Nick Guadano as of late. Richardson, the corner. Knocks it out of the zone. Here's Dwan, who scored a beauty on the tic-tac-toe play. I believe right as our connection disconnected, that tied the game up at 3 for Stony Brook. They haven't looked back since. Here's a chance, blown dead. Gerstein in the slot. Can't tell if the net came off its moorings, or I thought the ref maybe was going to call a penalty. I couldn't quite hear what he said. Either way, it'll be a face-off to the left of L, and a chance there for Gerstein. Thwarted by the official for some reason. Seawolves make some late changes. One back to the point, but it gets past Lynn. Out of the zone, hustling after it, and getting to it first, Jack Mancini. Little stutter step move there and kept it moving. 3-on-2 for the Seawolves. They'll just elect for the dump in. Played around the net. Kedegrad chasing after him. Madera gets there first. Kedegrad knocks him to the ice. Keeps it moving to the point. Lynn drag, shoots, and the save made. And held by L, Nicholas L. They've got 5 by him, but both him and Guadano have had some stellar goaltending and came up with some big saves, keeping this game where it's at this point. This one dumped back out by New Haven. And sent around the boards, keeping it moving is Monopoly. And Richardson steps through a checker, keeps it moving. Up the boards, though. That one towards the net. Looking for a deflection from Fassett, but it went wide. Another try from the outside. Gloved and held by Guadano. 5:29 to play. What's next for these two teams after this one? Stony Brook trying to close it out. They will play tomorrow night, 9:30 p.m. puck drop again. Stevens Institute of Technology will come over to the rinks in Hauppauge. And we'll have that here on LI Sports Network again. Meanwhile, for New Haven, their next game also tomorrow night, 7 p.m. puck drop against the Sacred Heart Pioneers, the team they faced last time out prior to tonight, an 8-7 loss to Sacred Heart in that one. Puck behind the net, sending pass, blocked off still, found its way through though, but the shot was then blocked. New Haven out of the zone. Just under 5 minutes to go. See if the Chargers can get anything done. Otherwise, in the next 2 to 3 minutes, we'll have to start keeping an eye on Nicholas L. But Stony Brook, Jack Mancini, ices the puck here. Face-off coming back in their end. Face-off will be in the near side circle. One back to the slot, and just fanning on that shot a bit there was Riccitelli. Still was able to flutter it in on Guadagno, who was able to make the stop and covered it. So we'll do it again from the same spot. Puck down in the skates of the two players. Setting feed, and they score! It's Riccitelli. This time he gets it through. And it's a 1-goal game. Well, the face-off, a tie-up initially, but it gets worked towards the corner. And a great feed there to find Riccitelli. This time, not quite a one-timer. He was able to settle it there for a split second before firing it into the upper corner. So a 1-goal game. Can New Haven climb all the way back to get the equalizer? Stony Brook now holding on once again. 4.5 to go. Pass fired ahead, redirected in, no icing. Touched in by Pilato. And there was Riccitelli trying to find him. Pass was blocked, now thrown behind. Riccitelli tries to center it, gets all the way through. Picked off by Weinman. Some room to skate with it a little bit and fires it out of the zone. Skipped through neutral ice. Picked up and dumped right back in by Facette. First one on it, Mancini around the boards. And slowing things down is Brett Kedegrad. Now throws it across, fired around the boards. Turned over, redirected, and they score again. And guess who? Riccitelli, back-to-back for him. And New Haven climbs back to tie it with 3:43 to go. Stony Brook, the turnover, comes back to the point. Matthew Bush throws one on, 2 screens there, and it's the second one, Riccitelli, who gets his stick on it and deflects it past Guadagno on the near glove side to tie the game at 5 apiece. 3.5 to go. Offside here. And the Chargers not too happy about that one. But the faceoff will come just outside the Seawolf zone. What a turn of events here. It looked like New Haven would have to consider pulling L within the next few minutes instead. The Peter Riccitelli show, of course, aided by the help of teammates as well. But he's able to get back-to-back goals to tie it. There's a steal, though. Edmonds down the wing. Takes it behind, tries to throw it towards the front. Knocked away. Here's Lynn, stepping down the half wall. Fires it across, picked off. Still 3 minutes to go, and it's starting to feel like next goal wins territory, but I guess you never know the way this game has played out. Turned over, thrown up ahead. Bit too far for Lynn, tries to poke it through, picks it up on the other side, fires a pass across. Edmonds had a stick lifted by Madera. And here come the Chargers back in. Shot deflects into the netting and out of play. with 2:47 remaining. So here in the third period, it was Patsy Harris getting things started from Ryan O'Shea. That gave the Chargers a 3-2 lead as that shot bounces in. Covered again by Guadano. Shane Dwan on that beautiful play right as around the time we lost connection from Sorkin and Gerstein. Tic-tac-toe in front to tie the game. Sorkin got another one from Keitagrad a few minutes later. Edmonds added on from Hallisey to make it 5-3. And then Riccitelli from Pilato and Deneau, and then Riccitelli from Bush and Pilato to tie the game. Busy third period. Not done just yet. Backhanded towards the front, sticked aside by Guadano. And some route to skate for Sorkin, who's on hat trick watch. Some help from Mancini, gets it into the zone. 2:15 to play. Puck around the boards. Dwan steps down to take it. Will give and go. Return feed does end up on his stick after it pinballs around a bit. Back to the point looking for Mancini, but the pass was flagged down. And now dumping it in is James Brady. First one on it. Tries to throw it towards the front. All over him, though, was Birdie. He'll just find some room and dump it out of the zone. Now moving up with it, Ryan O'Shea sends it in off the outside of the net, and Mancini. Stumbling down there was Deneau, but he ended up taking the puck off of Mancini's stick in the process, pinning it to the kick plate there behind the net. And now he steps away to the corner with it. Played ahead for Dewan. It gets by him, kept in, shot wide. Pilato on it. Tough angle shot. Knocked aside. Back towards the slot. Pilato drops it. A chance here blocked. Ends up on the stick of Taddeo again. Sends it down. Back at the side of the net. Mancini around the boards. Hallisey tries to pin it. It got through him. Still loose. Thrown wide of the net. Final minute of play. 5-5. Dwan sends it ahead. Stony Brook trying to head up ice. Knocked away from Hallisey though. And Mancini sends it up the ice as Stony Brook makes a few changes. Riccitelli sends that one into the zone, but it hits the netting out of play. 38.8 remains. And we have a timeout call here by New Haven. Trying to possibly draw something up in the final seconds before a looming overtime period. And now I'd say we definitely reach next goal wins territory in the final minute here, if not overtime. Although we did have 9 seconds separate the first 2 goals of the game when New Haven struck first from Jaden Spryer on the power play, and then Aiden Hallisey tied it shortly thereafter. And we've kind of been playing back and forth. Not quite as little time between the goals, but New Haven took a few leads. Stony Brook came back to tie, and Stony Brook took a few leads, including a 2-goal lead here relatively late into the third. And New Haven quickly erased that. There'll be a face-off here just outside the Stony Brook zone as the timeout concludes. And now they will move it to center ice, it looks like. And so the teams will do battle there. Edmonds will take the draw against Monopoly, who wins it back. Harris throws it across, picked off at the center ice dot, and Richardson dumps it in. Bouncing on net, half a minute to go. It's covered up by L. 27.5 on the clock. And now we have another timeout. This time by Stony Brook. Starting to feel a bit like a basketball or football game here. Both teams only have 1 timeout though. And Stony Brook elects to use theirs. It will be a face-off in the New Haven zone after the timeout. We'll see what Stony Brook tries to draw up here if they can win the face-off. Try to steal one late. So they try to improve to 11-4-0 on the season, maintain their spot in first place here, going into a quick turnaround game against the Stevens Institute of Technology tomorrow night. New Haven trying to steal it in a different way here as they are sitting at 5th in the conference, trying to get their 5th win of the season. And do it in comeback fashion here as they fell behind late in the third. Timeout concludes. We're set to go. It'll be a face-off to the left of Nicholas L. here. Puck down, tied up. Now comes to the side. Sorkin, he's got two around the net. Sorkin slides to the cross, and that one hit a skate. Oh, it might have been a yawning cage there for Edmonds, but he couldn't get it through. To the point, Mancini, 10 seconds, drags, shoots. High shot, blocked down, cleared to the glass. New Haven to the point, Mancini keeps it. Down the wall, 2 seconds and one, and we will have overtime. 5-5 after regulation time. New Haven escapes that last sequence by the Seawolves. And the New Haven does not appear to be happy as just getting to his feet now behind the plays. Patsy Harris appears to be shaken up. Discussing things with the official here. But we will have overtime here momentarily. Chargers 5, Seawolves 5. We'll be right back for the start of free hockey on the LI Sports Network. Welcome back to LI Sports Network. Conclusion of regulation, 5-5 Seawolves and Chargers tied, and one of the Chargers just tossed. The coach was not happy, discussing things. Well, discussing is putting it lightly with the official. Had a bit of a shouting match there, and tension seemed to have calmed at least a little bit here as some of the New Haven players talking it over. Teams will switch sides for overtime, though the Chargers will be a man short. And meanwhile, I believe they're getting a penalty at it as well. So it'll be a 5-minute overtime period here. 4-on-4. Who will skate away with the victory? Or 3-on-3, excuse me. And Stony Brook wins the draw. Mancini down the wing. Tough angle try. Save made by L. Puck behind the net. Sent around the boards. Back the other way come the Chargers. Down the wing is Harris behind the net. Tries to take it towards the front. Good D by Edmonds. He'll leave it for Mancini. Half a minute gone. And he'll slowly skate up the ice. Gets over the blue line. Draws a few checkers and just sends it around the boards. First one on, it's Harris. Edmonds is going to turn up the heat, but Harris leaves it for Riccitelli. Up ahead for Polano. Over the line, drops it. Riccitelli drags to his backhand. Centering pass, blocked down in front. Here come the Seawolves. Could have numbers if they push it. Ahead for Edmonds. Tries to step around. Edmonds throws it towards the front. It got through for Mancini, but he couldn't settle the bouncing puck. Richardson gives it to him at the zone time here. And he'll skate it out of the zone as Mancini will go to the bench for a change. Out comes Braccia. And now Edmonds will make a change as well. Braccia steps through. Braccia down the slot. Shoots and scores! John Braccia wins it for the Seawolves in overtime. Just a minute 26 seconds into the extra frame. Steps through two attackers. Mini 2-on-1 there, and he takes the shot just inside the post. And a little silly there after the fact. Huge win for the Seawolves as they almost let it slip away. But they pick up the extra point in overtime, 6-5 over New Haven, and will look to carry that momentum into a date with Stevens Institute of Technology tomorrow night, 9:30. That can be seen here on LI Sports Network. New Haven battling back in this one. Fall just short. They'll face Sacred Heart again in the rematch of the game from last Sunday. They dropped 8-7. It'll be tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Pioneers versus Chargers. Well, a 6-5 win. John Braccia, the game-winning goal in overtime. And that will do it. We thank you for sticking with us through some of the connection and technical difficulties. Well, what a game this has been. The final score, the Stony Brook University Seawolves 6, the University of New Haven Chargers 5 in overtime. We thank you for tuning in. For everyone here at LISN, Wally Mitchell on camera, I'm Brady Campbell signing off here for LI Sports Network. Have a good night.